is a lie. Let me tell you, big breast no dey pay. It doesn't pay at all. Loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around with me. My name is Ebimoh. I'm a Nigerian-based content creator, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a very important topic that a lot of us actually suffer from. I think I tend to create content that a lot of people are suffering from. Yes, that is why I'm here, to always create content that a lot of us are suffering from, and in the same way provide solutions to it. So that's what my channel is all about. My channel is all about self-improvement content. So in today's video we're going to be talking about self-sabotaging. Is your mind sabotaging you? How do you know you are being sabotaged? How do you know you are sabotaging yourself? Without much ado, let's get down into this video. A lot of us actually grew up hating ourselves more than loving ourselves. So if you are asked to write down your weakness in a piece of paper, trust me, it's going to get filled up. But if you are asked to write down your strengths, just 2 or 3 strengths is what we know about. So a lot of us actually grew up hating ourselves more than loving ourselves. So if I'm asked, Grace, what do you like about your body? I think I like my smile. That is the only thing I think I like in my body. But if I'm asked, what do you hate about your body? Oh, I don't like my body because I am too short. I don't like my body because I am so skinny. I don't like the way my head looks. I don't like the way my eyes look. I don't like the way I talk when moving my hands. Sure, can you see? I've already listed about 4 things I really do not like about my body. But when I'm being asked, what do you like about your body? I only said I like my smile, and it took me seconds before I could even respond to that question. So a lot of us actually grew up hating ourselves more than loving ourselves. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the term self-sabotage. What exactly is self-sabotage? How do you overcome this misery of self-sabotaging? The only thing that sabotages yourself is you, if that makes sense. The only thing that sabotages yourself is you. It's just your mind that sabotages you. Your mind is not in control of you. You are in control of your mind. So when your mind starts telling you things that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that because they think you are not worth it, or you don't deserve a seat in this room, so you can't do it. This room is not for people like you. This room is for people with higher degrees. This room is for people that are more beautiful than you. This room is for people that speak better English than you. This room is actually for people that can stand up from themselves when they are being pressed upon. So you do not deserve a table in this room. Please go and look for somewhere else that is in your category. So we tend to sabotage ourselves because we've allowed our mind, we're giving our mind the privilege to say, oh, tell me what I am, and I'm going to believe this is what I am. Trust me, the mind is a very powerful tool that if you don't use it well, it's going to make or mark you. So you choose your poison. What exactly do you want your mind to do for you? Are you in charge of your mind, or is your mind in charge of you? Are you the one controlling your mind, or your mind is actually controlling you? Choose one. You have to be very assertive when taking this type of decision. I'm going to give you like a storyline. I always have stories to tell. So I'm going to give you like a storyline of how I was self-sabotaging myself. So back then in uni, a lot of my classmates will always refer to me as, oh, skinny, Grace, you have a baby face. Sometimes we don't even know your actual age. Oh, Grace, I think you should put on some weight. So while growing up, I used to struggle with my weight. So you need to be very assertive and intentional about what decision you take in your life. So you need to be very assertive when taking decisions like that. So I'll give you a storyline. I always have stories to tell. While I was in the university, I was self-sabotaging myself because of my body size. Because a lot of people will always tell me back then in uni that, oh, they think I should add weight and I'm too skinny for myself. So I took that into consideration because I allowed my mind to take control of me. And I was like, oh, this other person has bigger breasts than me. This other person has bigger bum bum than me. I think I should just do something that is going to make me likable. And guess what? Who am I trying to make myself likable for? The society, because that's what the society has become today. A lot of people will give you, or will give you a long stare just because you have bigger bum bum. A lot of people will give you a long stare just because you have bigger breasts or something like that. That is what the society has turned into. That is why you see that a lot of people are going for BBL, are going for cosmetic surgery just because they do not like the way they look when they look at themselves in the mirror. So before I digress, so I'll give you a storyline of what a lot of people were actually telling me. See, when people are struggling from something, leave them alone. They'll actually know what they're struggling from. And when they come out of this, they are going to regain all the ways that they've lost. So when people are struggling from things, just be kind to them. Like, say kind words, they don't be a mean human being. When they're telling me all this, that, oh, Grace, you are too skinny, we think you should do this, you think we should take this drug that is going to make you weak. So I took that into consideration. And after the session back in uni, I went back home and I got a drug. And I started taking that drug for me to add weight. Guys, trust me, the first time I took that drug, I felt like dying. Because I took it without letting my parents know what I was actually taking, or telling my siblings what I was actually taking. I just went to the pharmacy, and those drugs are actually very cheap. I don't know why BBL is very expensive. Those drugs are actually very cheap. And I got the drugs, and I started taking them. And it was in the middle of the night. I could not catch my breath. Like, I was losing my breath. My legs were shaking. I felt like I was going to die that night. And I could not wake anybody up to say, oh, this is what I actually took. Then I knew and I realized that God actually gave me a second chance for me to live. Since then, every time I wake up in the morning or I look into the mirror, I just tell myself, oh, I love this body part of mine. Grace, I like your face. Grace, I like your body. You are perfect. That is one of the ways in which I actually took back my self-confidence when it comes to my body. So because society has made it that, oh, if you are not built in a certain way, that means you are not going to get the attention of the opposite sex. That is a lie. Let me tell you, big breasts no dey pay. It doesn't pay at all. So if you know you want to maintain your body, because the thing about this is the society keeps changing. I remember when I was growing up, when I was much younger, what was in vogue then was slim shady. Everybody will always want to talk to a slim girl. Then over time, I realized that, oh, it's no longer slim girl that is in the market now. If you don't have a bigger body, or if you are not built a certain way, then you might not get the attention of the opposite sex. Senzu, that is a big lie. Like, that is a big lie. Your body is not what your mind is. Your body is not what your brain is. Imagine having the beautiful body and there's nothing to write home about you. You do not have a good character. You lack respect. Your attitude is very bad. What is the big body for, actually? What is it for? So I was actually suffering with body insecurity, and I was so glad that I actually overcame that phase of my life. So how do you then come out from this self-sabotaging of a thing? This is how you come out of self-sabotaging of a thing. Always practice confidence, so that when people say this thing about you, you know it's a lie and that is not whom you are. So always practice confidence. If you're a very confident person, trust me, you are going to deserve a seat on the table. If you're a confident person, nobody is going to shut you up. And if they're going to shut you up, they should leave the room, because you cannot dim your lights because of people like that are going to shut you up. So instead of you leaving the room for them, they should either wear a sunshade, or best still, leave the room for you. So always practice confidence every day. If you've not seen my video on confidence, I'm going to in the description box, so you can go check out my video on your self-confidence. Another way in which you can self-sabotaging yourself is by controlling your mind. Your mind is the centerpiece of everything. So if you don't learn how to control your mind, trust me, it's going to tell you exactly what you should do, and you are going to obey it because you feel your mind is in control of you. Another way in which you can overcome self-sabotage is by knowing your strengths. Another way in which you can overcome self-sabotaging is by knowing your strengths and focusing on building it. Don't focus on your weakness. Your weakness is still going to take you down. So focus on your strengths either. which is going to help you to become a better person. And also, I keep saying this, surround yourself with positive people. Positive people are going to give you the positive energy you need to carry on in life. So always surround yourself with positive people. Another way in which you can overcome self-sabotaging is by shutting the noise from the society. Trust me, the society is going to create a standard. And the funny thing about the society is, when it creates that standard, it's still going to change that standard. And you start regretting that, oh, I was in this space, so, and I actually followed the society because society said I should do this thing. And now the society is going to go back. Social media is fake life, just so you know. Social media is fake life. So always shut down the noise that comes from the society and also from social media, and focus on building and rebuilding yourself. So even when you fail, you know you are actually rebuilding yourself. So focus on yourself. Another way in which you can overcome self-sabotaging is the mind. I keep saying the mind, because the mind is actually the tools that is making you feel like you are not worth it. The mind is going to make you, or is going to mark you. So if you do not control your mind, trust me, if you do not control it, you are going to feel sorry for yourself. So I'm going to leave us with this quote. Because she knew the power of her mind, she had to channel it for success. Because you know the power of your mind, you are going to channel it for success. You are going to let your mind know what exactly it is going to do for you. You are going to let your mind know how exactly it is going to work for you. Take charge of your mind. Do not allow your mind sabotage you, because your mind is just a piece of you while you are the full masterpiece of it. So always control what your mind is always saying about you. Finally come to the end of this video. If you know your mind is sabotaging you, or you are suffering from self-sabotaging, I pray you actually find this video helpful. And if you are still here up to this point and you find this video very interesting and very helpful, do not forget to click the like button and also share this video with your friends. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel for more amazing content coming your way. Stay fabulous and killing it, guys. See, I come your way next time. Bye.